Hello, good afternoon. My name is Kate, and if you're new here, welcome. If you're coming back, welcome back. If you would like to book a reading, the link is in the bio. I'm a psychic medium and a medical intuitive, and I'd love to chat. If you'd like to report on to Bev, link in the bio. If you'd like to report to or donate to Karen Reed's Defense Fund, link in the bio. Today, I would like to read on. I have two things that I'd like to read on. One of them, why don't we start with the hardest one? Let's read today. I want to read the energy of Sandra Birchmore's baby. This has been a little bit, I have really pushed through some emotions, and it took me about a day. Yesterday, I made a timeline. I read the affidavit. I also created a link that you can just download all the case files. So we have the Karen Reed. I haven't put them all there yet. Birchmore one though is in there. I'll put the link in the description below. You can grab them; they're free. And the information that the feds collected is awesome, and it's troubling. It's hard to read. I'll be really honest. I also highlighted, color-coded, color-coded and highlighted important information. It's hard to read. That's the main thing. And so I have been getting that I need to do this reading on the baby. There's good energy there. Or not good, but there's useful energy there. The other thing I want to read on. Okay. And if you don't like long intros, please fast forward. I'm highly proud of the amount of stock. I'm like a professional stalker. I introduced myself to one of my mom's friends the other night because he was trying to figure something out, and I was like, before we even got there, I had already figured it out. And so I introduced myself as like a professional stalker. But in the past, I have helped police departments with social media stuff. I create profiles. I'm not like an FBI profiler. I just collect evidence. So that being said, Matthew Farwell was harder to find than the Idaho 4 mothers. And so I have his stuff too. What I also would like to read on is the truck that he was arrested in. And I think it was Revere. I have a news clip. Hopefully I remember to put it in before this. Let's do the truck. I know, I'm sorry, I just said the baby, but it's something let's start with the truck. That felt right when I said it. So, what was he doing driving? It was like a dump truck, we have them here. They're like, it's a work truck. I don't know what it had or what he was doing with it. And the clip from the news that I got also has I don't want to say nosy Nelly, I would say neighborhood watch. A concerned citizen literally filmed the whole thing. He was like, I think there's a Supercuts or something right behind it. He was in one of the shops filming. I was like, I got you. So why don't we do the truck? That seems a little bit safer, and now I could breathe. It was really hard to even say those words about the baby. That I do think that's something. Why don't we go with the truck right now? That felt right. So I've already called in the quarters, set sacred space. I would like to do a reading on the truck that Farwell was arrested in. Let's see what's going on here with that truck. He doesn't really deserve a nickname because that seems a little too endearing. He's a straight up psycho. In my personal humble opinion, there are no facts here. Please do your own research. Everyone has Google. Thank you to everyone who misunderstood. I don't really know. I'm getting messages in like my Insta, Facebook. I barely chat, like I hardly touch it, but giving me like Proctor or Morrissey's bar number. I know I have it. It's the DA that looks like Santa in Idaho who does not have a bar license. And I would literally bet Karen Reed's innocence. Like, I know he doesn't. I know he was inducted or whatever into the bar in 82. I have that. And it should be super easy. So thank you for everyone who's sending me information. I did make a place that everyone could put information that I could just sort through. But what else is there? I think those are my updates. We're going to look at, oh, and I'd like laughing at this one lady or man, I don't know, human. But, oh my God, it's been 10 minutes and you haven't even started yet. In the comments, and I was like, oh, your fast forward didn't work? Okay. So what? Like, good one. So that's why I'm laughing right now. I'd also like to say thank you again to Karen Reed, all Karen Reed supporters who are just like genuinely nice, normal people. I've heard Turtle Boy, or yeah, probably Turtle Boy, say like everyone is just so nice. And I think it's because of the unity of truth. It's like well, first of all, like the 4 agreements is like, is it true? Is it honest? Those things. Like those are life principles. And I think it's because the people who are attracted to like the truth have the same core values. People who don't, we'll see how that goes. So I'd just like to say thank you. That's an honest, like, I'm so every single time I meet someone from here that loves Karen Reed too, I'm like, thank you. And don't worry, our friends, we're creating a little crew. If you're anywhere in the Canton area, well, or New England or whatever. Oh, and I have one more thing, 2 more things. Let me know. There's 3 of us. Well, it could be more that have all kind of met through here. Those guys haven't met each other yet. They've just like met me, but they live in the area. So we're going to go down there someday when Perp Walk 101. The next thing, I have a really random question, and I know about Google, and I also am like a nerd person. I have like certifications in it all. Does anyone have a trick for fall allergies in New England? I don't even know if it's like ragweed or what, but it makes me feel wicked tired, sick, and it's new. I don't remember ever having it before. Snow mold in Colorado, I used to live in Breck, was something that every spring I just kind of knew. But this is new. So if any of you guys have any tricks that aren't Claritin, I already have that. Let me know. I'd like to hear it. So for the woman who wants to know why this hasn't started, it's 8 minutes. We're getting ready. And I'd like to check in then. Oh, okay, one more thing. Okay, and then I swear to God. The next thing is when I was saying that Karen, my feeling is that Karen, Josh Levy, Lucky, John O'Keefe, Sandra Birchmore are all part of the same soul family. So I didn't include John and Sandra when I said that those 3 were. I just thought it was obvious. But then I was editing it or someone asked me about it, and I realized, like, I think all 5 of them, at least so far, maybe Jackson too, I don't know, and maybe Yannetti, I don't really know, but what I do feel really comfortable saying is John O'Keefe, Sandra Birchmore, Karen Reed, Josh Levy, and Lucky are all part of the same soul family. They came together with the same mission. Karen just put me in, coach. She was ready. So now I'm ready. And if that was you that commented on the 10 minutes, we're at 9. What's going on with Farwell's truck? What was he doing? And what was he doing? Like 9 o'clock in the morning in Revere. Someone in the comments probably said that it was a pretty sketchy area. I don't know. I used to, is it Lawrence that's right over the river? I used to commute into Boston, and that was one place, but I don't know. So we are going, like, what's the story with this truck? Oh, great. The card just fell. Hopefully you guys can see this. I better make sure there. Oh, the microphone is... don't go anywhere, buddy. I might have to fix that later. The very first card out is death. Great. So after carefully reading the indictment, this is not good for him. It's good for us. It's not good for him because, oh my goodness, the next card. So I cut. That was the card that's jumped. The card. Oh shoot, his birthday. He was born in '85. I just saw it. Well, this right here is like if you were going into a battle, or we can put it in any context, like if you were on a sales team, if you worked in retail, if you were living in the 14th century and you had knives or swords and horses, this is someone that you'd want on your team because they're aggressive and he has his orders. He's psyched. He's running into battle. This is who showed up for frat row. Idaho, you're not off the radar. So, yikes. Oh boy. Shoot. When is this guy's birthday? Oh boy. This is good for us. Yeah, well, this is not good for him. There is a lot more information than what the feds just released, I'll tell you that. What they released him on is so damaging and damning. Doesn't name anyone. Like, I have a question about Sandra Birchmore's indictment. If anyone's read it, witness number 7 is a shrink. And Sandra said, like, he pushed her, he scared her. And a shrink or psychologist is a mandatory reporter. Why didn't that get reported? And that didn't come up, at least in the paperwork. That's, I guess, concerning. There's so many things that are concerning about that case. But for some reason, that like jumped right out at me. They name everyone like witness 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And witnesses 1 and 2 sound like an auntie and a bestie. Like, or I don't know what her mom, I don't know if it's a mom, but it sounds like a maternal person. And then 2 is like a bestie, like maybe an older woman that she knew from something, but much more relaxed. And then 7, who in the beginning she said, the woman who wrote the report says, like, this is her shrink. But in there, Sandra reported technically that he scared her and he had pushed her or choked her. She didn't report it. If you know anything about MK Ultra, I'll tell you why she didn't report it. That MK Ultra deal, if you don't know anything about it, the good news is the light's winning. So, okay, back to this truck. I can tell you right now that the feds have there's way more information. Oh, man. Okay. All right. There's way more information than what we have available. Oh boy. Ay. All right, I'm getting this ready. I don't even know where to start. Make sure you guys can see this. I'm still cracking up about the 10 minutes. Sorry. I'm not that sorry, obviously. But one thing, all right, I'm going to explain what I'm looking at, and we're going to talk this through. All right, drink. Oh boy. Okay. So, just on an educated knowledge, the feds are very strategic about their decisions. And I just saw a interview with Turtle Boy. It's old now, but they just replayed it. It's from the podcast about Sandra Birchmore. I really like the way the kid did the research. It was great. And it's about a year old, and Turtle Boy's like, they're never going to do anything. I wish I was friends with him back then. Well, I'm not friends with him now, but if I was, I'd be like, just wait. If we learned anything from the Adelsons, Dan Markel, RIP, is that justice, we're going to change that though. All right, so the feds are notoriously strategic, speaking of military operation. And there's a reason that they arrested him that morning at 9:00, right where they arrested him. And he has been followed. By followed, I mean, the feds made it really clear. They're here. If you're involved in any of this, your phones are tracked. I mean, the whole 9 yards. There was a reason that he was in the truck he was in Revere, and I hope it's Revere, that morning, and that they arrested him. Like, they already, I mean, if he's so dumb, yeah, he might be. I don't know. But there's something about that, okay? So, that being said, I'll start with the Emperor, leader of the dark side, straight up. I'm not going to say that this kid is that smart. I haven't read anything about him that I like about. There's one picture he looked kind of cute that was like, oh, okay. The rest of them, complete psycho. Apparently, allegedly, in my opinion. No facts here. Okay, this is what I'm getting from this. I'm going to start explaining it because it's coming quick. The Emperor. That's the dark side. That's like the Emperor, in my experience with the Idaho 4 case and this, isn't the front of the, like, whatever the darkness is. So he's not out there giving, he's not Michael Morrissey giving, I mean, press release. That's not how the Emperor works. He operates in silence behind the scenes. So for Idaho, for example, there's so much, but it's like 500 LLCs that are all transferring money to each other, land, hiding behind the name of God. So there's someone else he reports to. I figured that. But the thing is, afternoon traffic or OnlyFans. I mean, however you want to look at this. Yeah. The King and the Queen of Wands are here. This is the fire. This is a spark. Anyone knows they're Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. They were organized, very, like, they think, and I'm just explaining, I'm a Capricorn, so this is not me, but my sister's an Aries, and she, like, thinks of an idea and has the whole thing, like, done before I even, like, get up. It's awesome. So these are action, like, thoughts, ideas, putting things into movement. So the air thinks of it, and the Aries makes it happen. That's also, like, the masculine and the feminine. The feminine wants a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and the masculine makes it. It's a way to think of it. But we have a marriage here, and that can be a partnership. It could be, like, Karen standing in her power. This could be one person. I don't know yet, but we're going to figure it out. So we have the Emperor. We have afternoon traffic. Oh, well, that explains a dump truck. But we also have bodies. And we have, like, a power couple, perhaps a power couple. It's none of these losers in Canton. And I do love Canton. Thank you. I mean, but I'm just saying it's none of those guys. There's more to this. So grateful for Josh Levy. Okay, so the first card that jumped was death. We also have, I would call him a warrior. This is what Frat Row got. Ethan, my buddy, they always got this. And they should, I wish that Koberger, 17 requests for, I mean, that's a felony. That's against constitutional law. I'm not a constitutional law expert, but I know about this stuff. Sixth Amendment is, I could 6 and 8. So he's a warrior. There's also some money that happens, some trade. Yeah, of course. And then the big dogs start coming. All right. So as we're breaking this down, I mean, we have death. We have the motive, money. So we have death, the motive, and the opportunity. We now are going to start walking into big dogs. We have a dead little boy. I saw someone ask me if this was that other kid. I wish I had remembered his name. The other man, not a kid. We're not talking about baby goats. The man who died on the lawn. Can't remember his name right now. I'm not getting that. I'm getting John and Sandra at this moment. Or it could be a network. Well, we have a network. Oh, and I found in a YouTube video, Wade Wilson explains, and he calls it the organization, and he uses a lot of the same words. I need to edit that and put it up for you guys. So, the dead boy. We have a 3-man. Okay, let's get back to the money. Hold on, there's more money here. We have the means, motive, and opportunity. So back to our motive, more money, more money. Means is the dead. Somebody took a gamble. Wheel of Fortune. The dead boy. Where's our other death? There we go. We have a 3-man team. Okay, so we have a 3-man team. We're about to find someone that's trying to hide. 3-man team making decisions. So we have, this is the end when, here's right now, we're going to go through means, motive, and opportunity. Right now, we're just thinking of our opportunity. This is what is it? Conspiracy. No, is it? Yeah, 2 or more. We have temperance. Temperance can mean 2 things. Right now, it has represented John O'Keefe. It can mean the ultimate darkness, the prince of this world, who wants nothing to do with that Canton trash over there. That doesn't mean he's over this crew. So this could be John or the prince of this world. We have justice, thank God. This could also be Higgins. We have strength. She is like otherworldly. She's like worked through all of her childhood drama and inherited problems, and she has tamed the lion. So she's like standing in her power. She understands the balance of nature, and she's like friends with the lion. This also represents Morrissey. Hey, chubby fingers. And then we have someone grieving. Yeah, I bet they're all grieving. When they heard that he's probably going to get the death penalty. I mean, I don't even know if the feds do a jury trial of his peers. I think there were like 106. I don't know if they've charged him with 106, but he got arrested at 9 in the morning and he was in court at 1:30. They don't play, I'm telling you. So for this truck, what we're getting is like, well, I think what we're seeing right now is the spider web of the organization. Canton's a small part of a big piece. Oh, and I had gotten, or someone got, that. Oh, and thank you so much to the person who put all of these in there. You're the best. I jotted that down. That this is a small piece. John is a small piece of a big, big pie. And I think that's what we're picking up. Well, we're picking up something that's way more. I also don't want to give any of that trash and can platform at all. I don't care. Like, I think that they made their bed and now they get to lie in it. I guess Kevin's the last one we could look into, but I don't want to put any of them up. I don't care. Like, I love the way the feds, they should train everyone to write reports the way the feds write reports. So I'm gonna pull Ashley over at the Reckoning. I am highly, highly, highly protective of her. I have no idea why. I'm just one of those girls. I'm a girl's girl. And I just saw, even if this is you, don't. Someone, she's a mom and she had the summertime. Someone or something made comments to her to the point that she talks about it in a video. Now I know why she turns off her comments sometimes. Because the audacity. I mean, if that's you, you really should spend some time by yourself wondering why you're going after moms. And you're probably the kind that tells other people how to do tarot and don't have your own channel. I know you. So, Ashley at the Reckoning, I love her. Don't be a dick. That's my one thing. Because she'll turn off the comments and so I can't defend her. But, I mean, what we're looking at here, this is why it's taken 2 years, I'll tell you that. And remember when, was it Puffy? Whatever name we're calling him. They did like a 3-city, and it was all they called probably TMZ or CNN, whoever's on their payroll, to film the whole thing. We all saw it. That's what I think they're going to do with Canton. They're just going to slam it. And it looks like it's going to be a little bit more than Canton. Because he was in Exposed. Yeah, no kidding. The cult is exposed. Someone's getting fired. Because they're this power supply. Gaslighting and manipulation. They were at a crossroads. Backstabber, the snake's here. Law enforcement are saying a lot of falsehoods. Ooh, the angel of death is here. Just give me the chills. Disposing of evidence. Okay, this is natural causes. Yeah. Oh, what a loser that kid is. I was just thinking of Sandra. Disposing of evidence. We got this a lot in the Canton stuff, and I don't know what it was. I think I saw a comment. Someone might have had an idea. This is probably what Josh Levy did. Went down the rabbit hole. He was like, what? An avoidable natural disaster, self-sabotage. None of them are snitching yet, or if they are, well, there's a witness in the Sandra Birchmore case that maybe someone turned. I would be literally running. You couldn't get me to the FBI fast enough if I was looking at the death penalty or life in death or life in prison. We solved it. All right, well, let's end it there. So we just did it's 29 minutes to our 10-minute lady. Hey. We just did it. I'm going to recap this really quickly, and then we're going to upload it and go to the next thing. To recap, we did a reading on Matthew Farwell's truck. The energy that we got led us straight to the Emperor. This is leader of the dark side, who perhaps has his finger in the $150 billion industry. It ends with trafficking. Start it however you want. There's someone standing in their power, or a couple that's an area, a fire sign. Very decisive, quick action. They make the ideas come true. Farwell led them right to it. Then we have death. Strength. This is like otherworldly. This is also otherworldly. Temperance technically could be Archangel Michael or the Prince of this world. We have money, the master of their trades. They used to be ex-DAs, ex-prosecutors. They used to be the master of their trades. Money changed hands, lots of money, made a lot of people really, really wealthy because they took a chance, spun the wheel of fortune after thinking about it, but it led to court justices here so they can grieve their old life, cry over spilled blood, because this guy takes orders. He just follows the rules. He's a good little soldier. I call them minions in the Idaho case because they don't make the rules. They just enforce them and do whatever they're told. And then for Ashley at the Reckoning, if you're one of those people that complained about her summer schedule, please. I think that sounds like you really need to go inside and pray. Okay, we have a natural, unavoidable disaster. I bet you this is what the leaders were thinking when they saw that the FBI grabbed where that was important. And when you look at the paperwork that the Adelsons got in the bump, they all have significance. So it was like a TV for $5,000. Before it was public knowledge that they used TV as a code word and $5,000 was the cost, the feds put it in. They're good. Well, obviously, they're witty. So there's significance in the town, the time, the location, his truck. He was on some kind of mission, it looks like, and he brought a natural disaster down the rabbit hole. Yeah, Josh Levy his team probably went down the rabbit hole. There's a lot of disposal of evidence that was not natural causes. Law enforcement is giving a lot of false flags because there's a snake. Aaron O'Keefe's wife got this, and they're all trash. Someone was at a crossroads, but their internal guidance was off because they just know how to manipulate and gaslight. They are the power supply, so they're all getting fired. Bye-bye. This was a cult. They thought really they were special. You're not special. You've been exposed. This is the feds. You're going to self-sabotage because the angel of death is here. That's awesome. So I love you all very much. I will love you and leave you. You might see this shirt in a second because I'd like to jump back in. But with that, I will love you and leave you. Thanks for coming. If you have any questions, let me know. And I will see you next time. Bye.